Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of the 7 Years' War, a John Titor software game covering the 7 Years' War, I guess. and picking up in part 2 there, did quite an extensive look at the game there and the menu systems and stuff. So the abatis, as one of my followers graciously wrote, is actually like sharpened sticks and obstruction for cavalry, to sort of prevent cavalry from going through and charging through here to hit that infantry. They're in the woods anyways, so they probably will be pretty well defended versus a cavalry charge, but this will actually really stop them dead in tracks there. I can't remember what else I was supposed to look up, but there was something. The optional rules, I had to look at those. So this was manual defensive fire. If that's not clicked, the game will actually run in turns. And if it's clicked, it runs in phases. So I guess victory points for leader casualties says sort of self-explanatory there. You will get victory points for killing leaders, I guess. Route limiting, I guess that probably means that there's a limit to get your units back in order. Otherwise, they will just keep on running off the map, I guess. Optional fire results, melee terrain modifier. Optional fire results, I guess that's probably has something to do with the calculation of the number that's generated when you fire into an enemy, I guess. Melee terrain modifiers, that sounds you probably get bonuses or penalties for depending on the terrain, I guess. Column pass through fire, that sounds interesting. So when you're in column mode, you can probably pass through if there's like burning buildings and stuff. Or pass through fire, could be enemy fire, not sure. Weak zone of control, sounds sort of explanatory, I guess. Partial retreats, flank morale modifier. So I guess if you get charged in the rear of your troops, you will get morale. You would probably take a morale damage, lower your morale. Optional melee results, multiple cavalry melees. This is an interesting one. I like this one because if you initiate to charge and charge a cavalry, and they sort of overrun the opponent and they retreat, you could continue to ride them down, I guess, until your movement points are out. You can continue to smash through with your. It doesn't just stop dead in its tracks there and the guy's running away. It can actually plow through. So that's pretty cool. No opportunity fire against skirmishers. Well, I guess that we don't get fire opportunity against skirmishers, I guess. No detached melee. All right. Have a look at the manual for that. I did skimming through now. I didn't find, it wasn't that clear. They should have a separate chapter in the user manual that explains like all the rules, all the optional rules. I know some user manuals actually have that in some titles that have been released, but it was kind of hard to find it here. I think that could be good for an update to add like a whole chapter just explaining the optional rules in detail instead of having to look them up in every specific chapter. Oh well, let's get back to the biz. Right, so we're at turn 3 now, and we're commanding the Austrians, and they have sort of panically started to raise an army here because the Prussians are smashing in and trying to take over the territory there. And this depicts an advance of the Prussians. They actually decided to attack this position of the Austrians, even though the Austrians supposedly outnumbered these guys. And I'm commanding the Austrians. All right, so what I did was, in my last movement fair, I sort of started moving up my cavalry so they are ready to funnel out and attack if need be, because they were sort of quite far back here and it will take us some time to get up. We do have another movement phase, otherwise we're supposed to just stay put, I guess. There's some worrying. The Prussian Infantry is dangerous. We did hit this unit with some artillery fire, but they got 700 men plus in these groups. It's quite a lot of infantry. We have like 500 at most, 550. Looks like there's some cavalry moving down pretty fast here across these slopes. I'm not really concerned. I mean, we're dug in. We got good infantry here. We have cannons. It's probably going to be... We could cause some mayhem on these guys. So we'll see what happens, what that cavalry does. And there's some dragoons moving up in the back here. They can dismount and fire stuff. Like I have some dragoons here, and normal. This is normal cavalry. These are hussars, yeah, with some heavy cavalry moving up there. And we do have this batch of heavy cavalry in the back there. All right, so movement phase. What to do? Let's keep. We don't want to be spotted here. What's the visibility here? We're already spotted. So they know we're moving up some cavalry there. Let's just line them up a bit here. See what happens. Let's get them sort of, ready to move out if need be. Let's get those guys so I can see who belongs to who here. And that heavy cav can be in the back there, right? These the dragoons are good. I like them. They're good for harassing enemies. Let's move them up a bit, getting like ready in the back here. It should really move unit by unit, because sometimes when you move them in big groups, they tend to get disrupted. So that's a good tip. Just get them back here and be ready to. They could actually deploy as well, because they got carbines. They can fire at enemy infantry, which is good. You can use them sort of as light skirmishing / infantry units. They don't cause as much damage as like a big volley fire of 500 men, but they can still cause good damage and sort of disrupt the enemy. So that's what they're good for. And harass them. Let's get that heavy cavalry ready here as well a bit. I'm not really sure what the enemy is going to be doing here. I might not even need my cavalry. We'll see how smart the computer is here. What's he going to be doing? Who was what here? So he's in charge of them, yeah. So where is the leader for these guys? You need to have your leaders close. So I think it's here. He's in charge of all these guys. And they have their leader moving with them in the front there. All right. I think I'm happy with that. Not sure if I should move these guys. I think this is sort of a last-ditch defense line here. Like holding the hill there. They should have some good visibility here, I guess. Not that great. Well, they're sort of defensive units in the side there. Let's just end the turn here. See what they said. The Prussians get defensive fire now. Nothing is within range. Now we have offensive fire. We should have some guns probably that can fire here. Okay, we have that battery of 12-pounders. They can still rain down some damage on these guys moving on top of the hill there. We did fire on those guys once. So let's give them another volley here. 2 men. All right, not a lot. And I don't think we can do any more fire. I don't think anything is within range here. So just end it. And we will not melee. We don't have anything. It's a movement phase for the Prussians. Right, let's see what they do now. Right, there's more infantry moving up. So they're... Okay, looks like they want to go for my flank there. It's kind of dangerous. I don't have that much defense here. It's kind of worrying. I should move something there. I should have moved my cavalry there. We'll see what happens here. I have no idea how big this force is either. Alright, we got defensive fire going now, since the Prussians just moved. It looks like this massive infantry is moving here. And that's bad for us. We have a very weak flank here. So maybe I should have moved some cavalry over here, actually. There's not any good crossing points here, though. There are some creeks and stuff. They have a tendency to disrupt your formations when moving through them. We'll see what happens here. All right, so what do we got? We got defensive fire. All right, let's look at the artillery again here. All right, I might have to shift my gun a bit. I'm not sure these guns can spot these units yet. All right, the 12-pounder can still fire those two guns. Let's fire at that first unit there. 6 men was killed there. So they're getting closer. And nothing else can fire. Okay, let's just end the turn. Now we have the Prussian and the melee. And now we're back to our movement phase. All right, we're going to have to check some stuff here. Right? This artillery is facing this way. We should probably move it because not much is within sight here. I'm thinking of actually move. I think our fire cone is up here. We should get it down here. So what you do is you select the unit. Yeah, the way to tell it is this little arrow here. It's saying that we're actually facing this way. So we should probably move those guns so they're facing this way now. And the infantry should also face this way. So you have the counterclockwise movement there. So should these guys. So we're facing the enemy. This gun has a range of 15. I wonder why I haven't been able to fire here. All right, let's move it a bit. So it's facing that direction there. What about this? This is facing the best possible way, I guess. Yeah, we're sort of hidden behind this hill here. That gun can still shoot, I think. They don't have that great visibility there, nor do they. All right, so we got a movement phase going here. Okay, maybe I should rethink the cavalry here. We do have, so this like heavy squadron with the hussars can still hold this. We should move our heavy cavalry stuff over maybe in this flank. It's quite the way, yeah, to move here. This would be the best way to move. Yeah, these are embankments, I think. Yeah, they will definitely disrupt my cavalry as they're moving down those. And these streams will disrupt them as well. Maybe not the creeks so much. I'm not sure. We do have a leader here, Lacey. He's sort of over here. You can check command radius. Where is that? Command units. Okay, maybe not there. I'm sure you could do that. Wasn't it maybe the H button? Oh, it's not the one. I was quite sure you could do that somewhere. Here we go, command range, right? Okay, yeah. Oh, look at him. He hasn't got that great command range. Okay, so these guys are probably going to be coming out of command. We need to move this leader down so he covers more units. I don't think there's any more leaders here. We had a sort of a shortage of leaders. All right, so that's a priority. I wonder if there's like a fast button for that. No. All right. Where was it? View. Yes, don't click that. Let's get this leader down a bit to cover troops here. Sort of center mass there. This guy. So that this top unit here is actually out of command. Well, it will not be affected by this guy. So some units will not be affected. I guess I could move him a bit. Like up there. This unit's actually not, yeah, so is this. Oh, it's terrible. Oh well. This guy should probably move down a bit as well. Like here, maybe. We have the supply. We got this guy. He's like the main boss here. I think he should move forward. We could use his command as well on these units. His Koenigsegg. We have supplies in the back here. Okay, they're in column. Yeah, I think they can only have one mode. Yeah. We do have supplies. Maybe move these supplies with this guy here. Get it closer up there. All right, what to do with the cavalry here? Let's see. We've got some heavy cavalry here. Actually, they're not heavy. They're sort of standard cavalry there. Let's just wait. We'll see what happens here. Let's actually wait one turn till the enemy gets closer, right? But you got the offensive fire. We have offensive fire. All right. We should have more artillery units that can fire now. Apparently not. Okay. Only these guns can open up. All right, so we hit them. Let's hit them again. We did cause 6 casualties there. Okay, we got 3. And we cannot fire with anything else. All right, this is in the turn. All right, melee phase. We cannot melee. Now it's the Prussian movement phase. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, so he's shifting them back there. That's interesting. Looks like he's sort of... There's a shitload of infantry coming our way. Oh, it looks like he's like hesitating there a bit. His visibility is 18 hexes. It's now 945. Okay, he's moved up some artillery on the hill there. That's bad news for us. We got defensive fire now. Okay, it's limbered. Can we hit that with something? No. Dang, our 12-pounders cannot hit that artillery. Oh, our 6-pounders can. All right, so the 12-pounders can only hit 1 unit. These guys here. No effect. Interesting. Right, our 6-pounders, they can shoot at this. We should try to knock his artillery out fast. Only cause fatigue there. This unit can fire on those guys. 1 man. Okay. Not that great. And that's all we can do there. Offensive fire. Melee, nothing. And now we got movement. Turn 5. All right. Let's see what we can do here. So it looks like he's massing a lot of infantry on top of this hill here. There's a leader present. There's guns. What can he actually see from there? Yeah, he can give support fire on this flank here. We don't know what type of guns he's got. We have no idea. He's moving a couple of big groups this way. Kind of, yeah, I should move some. I think I should start moving some cavalry in that direction. Let's start moving some cavalry, man. Let's get these normal dudes. So this will cause problems moving through here. Maybe we should go through here, go through this road. Up there, I think, would probably be the best. Will not get disrupted or anything. Ah, shit, I should have moved there. Damn, okay. Alright, that was bad. Let's just move them together so they don't get disrupted. Alright, the heavy cavalry. That's all they can do. Nope. Alright. Lots of heavy cavalry here. Get them behind the enemy. We can cause some good damage. Okay. Let's get it over there. Let's get the dragoons as well. Looks like that cavalry's been sort of stationary there. We could go for a cheeky attack. move out the dragoons and deploy them. That could be an option. We can move them a bit, maybe deploy the dragoons here. Get this cavalry. This is only light cavalry. We don't know what this is. We're only double. These are 100 men plus on horses here. That could be regular cavalry. And they will definitely outmatch my hussars. No, we shouldn't split the forces here. We should have them together. Might be a mistake, this. Might be too early as well. So let's be a bit cautious. Luckily the dragoons can move pretty fast. Let's get them over there. See what happens. All right, let's do that. Koenig's egg is there. Let's get the supply wagon up. There. All right, so I'm kind of... All right, let's see what happens. The sauce. Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see what happens here. It's in the turn. Defensive fire. Offensive fire. Yeah, we can fire with our guns. Take the 12-pound battery first. So, yeah, let's just shoot the target we have here. 3 men and our 6-pounders. Just keep pounding that artillery. Fatigue only, and they will fire there. No effect. Probably shooting solid shot at that range, but they had some pretty devastating ammunition for like the massed infantry. They shot like these shrapnel shots and grape shots at close range to cause horrendous casualties on these on the infantry. So you will see that artillery will do a heck of a lot more damage as the closer the enemy gets. And to fire long shots, they'll probably use these solid shot, the solid steel balls that will cause not that much damage on long range. That's all we can do. It's in turn. Melee. Yeah, we cannot melee. Alright, here we go. Alright, so shifting his cavalry a bit. It's moving there. Okay. And the infantry is not sure what they're doing. They're deploying for line now. He's ready for attack here. He's gonna go. Probably gonna go here. Infantry there is sort of hesitating. Wonder if there's any more forces hidden somewhere. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got some dragoons showing up. All right, so they have dragoons as well. Okay, he's actually moved more guns. He's moving up artillery there to support the attack. It's still limbered. All right, what can we do? We can fire with our guns. Oh, looks like the 12-pounder can actually target the artillery now. Let's do that. Okay, we're only causing fatigue. We got a 6-pound gun that can lay some damage. Let's fire at some of these units that are already... actually, we can still target artillery. It's very tempting. Let's hit these guns. Okay, we're only causing fatigue there. And nothing else can fire, I think. No. Alright, send it. Now the Prussians. No melee. And movement phase again. Alright. Interesting. Right, I'm actually going to end the video here. I'm going to try to keep them a bit shorter, around 30 minutes. And we're going to pick up the action in the next. So where are we now? We're at turn 6. It's 10:15 in the morning. It's still clear skies and the visibility is 18. And we can spot a heck of a lot of Prussian infantry forming up a battle line on this hill. And they're deploying artillery on top of it. A couple of big groups. I guess they're called companies, or probably battalions, 700 men. And the dragoons are showing up. Some of them are disordered there. And those guys just shifted there. Okay, so they're the ones attacking. So we're sitting safe on these objectives for now. But he's probably forming up his army, and then he's going to be advancing. I'm not sure I would have advanced through here. This usually disrupts enemy forces moving through this, but he'll be in cover of the hills. He can probably recover and then storm across here. What we got facing him here? We have quality sea troops, 550 men. We got guns, 6-pound guns, some more men there. We have 6-pound artillery there, and some more men. 12-pound guns. And we'll see if we can hold the line here. These battalions are larger than us, so. All right, we'll see what happens. So I'm going to end the turn here, man. I'm going to end the video, and we're going to pick it up in the next part 3 there. So hope you guys can enjoy it. Do type questions and stuff if you have anything. I'll try to remember it and include it in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and see you later. Have a good one.